we all were really the way the flow of the game was going, then I was the team shouldn't have been in a position for that last play to be something controversial. So I'm not going to make it something bigger than it is.
Got some Kyle too. Look at you, Debo.
So he also said, I'll just say quickly, when he was asked about our buddy Mike McCarthy, I don't even want to discuss anything like that at this particular time. No discussions about anything. I don't have any concern. Oh, that's sorry. I was reading Mike McCarthy's part. McCarthy said, I don't have any. I was trying to take over both parts. I don't have any concerns. McCarthy said, I'm proud to be standing here today. I'm proud of my football team.
Yeah. I mean, and then the other thing that he said was, with this, I'm paraphrasing here, but with this collection of talent, we should be winning. And then he went on to say that, in the NFL, when you have a good team with a lot of talent, the system is designed for the talent because of the salary cap, to matriculate to other franchises with less talent who have money to burn and need to acquire talent. And the not so subtle implication was, we're not winning enough with our roster. And he said, I believe our roster, very, very, one of the best. And that's why I think that Mike McCarthy will ultimately get fired.
Oh, he subtly threw the coach under the bus there. Like, if I'm Mike McCarthy and I heard those comments, I would not be thrilled.
It was I don't know if subtly is the word, but yeah, I mean, like he
had a chance
he indirectly backed a bus over Mike McCarthy about 6 or 7 times.
He had a chance to say, I'm keeping Mike McCarthy. He didn't say it, but he doesn't say a whole bunch anyway. I don't know.
A lot of owners, if you ask him after the Heat, I mean, most of these owners have been doing this for a long time. If you ask them after, there's one of two ways you can go. After the game, after a bad playoff loss, into the season, you're emotional. You've been sitting in your suite. Somehow we only showed him like 2 times, which was kind of weird. Like usually it's like Jerry. You can either one say, I'm not addressing those issues right now, which is going to be taken as, or you can say Mike McCarthy is unequivocal is our coach. And then you kind of back yourself into a corner. And Jerry's not really the type to paint himself into the corner like that. So I'm not.
He also doesn't like to be questioned his decision-making, because he's the guy that loved Mike McCarthy just 2 years ago.
Sure. I think the thing, and again, Jason Lockenfora, CBS Sports NFL Insider, reported this, is that Kellen Moore and Dan Quinn, and it's interesting because now Kellen Moore is like should Kellen Moore get head coaching jobs? Is he the one?
Don't forget, when Mike McCarthy had COVID and Kellen Moore had the play calling duties, that was not fun to watch.
And also don't forget that Mike McCarthy would not name Dan Quinn the interim head coach while he was out, because he was petrified that Dan Quinn would take his job or something.
He'd scratch interim out of the.
No, remember he was the what was the title? It was the funniest thing of the season, I think, where he's like
program director.
Yeah, he's the assistant to the coach in charge of decision-making process guy. At any rate, I think that Jerry is going to look at what happened with this season, the defense's rapid improvement, and his FOMO for losing a guy like Kellen Moore, who, he did this exact same thing with Jason Garrett and Wade Phillips.
How'd that work out?
Well, the Cowboys won a division. I mean, he fired him eventually, but Jerry loves things that he found, and he believes that he thinks he found. Dak, Tony Romo, Jason Garrett, Kellen Moore. He doesn't want to let them go. And I get it. Like you feel like you uncovered a gem or something like that. So I do think if Dan Quinn or Kellen Moore, and maybe it's an and/or situation, get head coaching job offers, that Jerry will consider firing Mike McCarthy and keeping one of those guys as his head coach. Is that a crazy theory?
Well, no, because Kellen Moore is going to be doing interview. He's getting interviewed. What if
today?
If somebody makes him an offer and Jerry Jones really, he's going to have to the old get off the pot, go poop or get off the pot. You got to make your decision. You got to say, Kellen Moore is going to leave me. If I think he's more important to this offense than Mike McCarthy, then you have to give him a giant contract to stay, or he's going to be leaving you. And after this game, do you trust Mike McCarthy to be running the team, running the offense and being the head coach? I don't know that he can handle both those responsibilities.
Do you trust Kellen Moore to run the offense and be the head coach? Because he's struggling running the offense, if we're being honest.
Yeah, I do not. But
I mean,
we're asking what Jerry's thinking.
Right.
Yeah. Like if it were me and I were making this decision, because I think Dan Quinn is out the door if he has a head coaching offer. I mean, his stock went through the roof.
What if he gets the Dallas offer?
Well, I think that he will get another offer before he gets the Dallas offer.
But Dallas would be the best job, I would imagine.
I would take the Dallas job.
Right.
But then you're also stabbing Mike McCarthy in the back in a Game of Thrones style.
Well, the response is, well, he's gonna get fired one or the other. Do you want the job or not?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm probably taking the job. So I mean, my expectation is that, I mean, and look, they might end up keeping Mike McCarthy. I don't think Jerry Jones can keep Mike McCarthy if he loses both his coordinators. That is a concerning aspect of the Cowboys moving forward.
I think, yeah. I mean, I was never buying into this Mike McCarthy thing to start with. He had a much better year this year than last year. He had his quarterback. I get all that, but it felt like it was only a matter of time before he did something crazy, like old school. This is what got run out of Green Bay crazy, and we saw it live and in person. Whether he made the play call, whether Kellen Moore made the play call, whomever it was,